Hey guys, it's Melodian with Smart About Stuff. Who would have thought that we would ever witness the entire country, or most of it anyway, on lockdown because of a global pandemic? Now, I'd like to say me, but I'd be lying. But just because I didn't see it coming sooner doesn't mean I wasn't ready for it. Maybe I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I've always known that there's a possibility for life as we know it to be totally turned upside down. So whether it's because of a personal incident like divorce or health issues, or a local event, because let's be real, natural disasters happen with some regularity now, or a global crisis like COVID-19, the end result is the same. Things you counted on for your daily existence are just no longer available. Now, perhaps if I had seen it coming, I might have gotten this project started sooner. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, but there were just so many other things that were demanding my time. It just didn't seem to be all that urgent. But then in September of 2019, something changed. I just had a feeling something was coming. No, I'm not clairvoyant or anything, but I just had a feeling. We hadn't heard about the coronavirus yet, but something in my gut just told me I needed to get started. So it still took me some time to figure out how to bring everything together under one umbrella. And truthfully, I'm not sure it's quite there yet, but I finally had a glimmer of an idea that might work. And on September 22nd of 2019, Smart About Stuff was born, and I've been building it ever since. So it is a work in progress, so bear with me. Okay, not only is Grandma a prepper, she's also a control freak who has been doing most of the work herself. So spare me the lecture. I know I'm demanding and I'm hard to work with, and I'm also 64, so I don't think it's likely that I'm going to change my ways after all this time. And I know a professional could probably have created a much nicer looking site in less time, but sorry, then it wouldn't be mine, and then that's just me. So that's more important to me than flashy designs or pretty graphics, because if there's one thing that bugs the crap out of me, it's the number of so-called prepper sites that don't really measure up to reality. Sure, a piece of property off the grid with all the supplies and equipment you need to survive indefinitely would be ideal. But let's be realistic, that isn't going to happen for most people. And I'd rather prepare people to handle a crisis right where they are. And yes, having stockpiles of food and water and medicines and whatnot is critical, but it's not all you need, because not all crises are on the scale of a pandemic. As I've mentioned before, something as simple as a divorce can be enough to upend your world. So unless you're prepared, including financially, a health crisis can devastate your family. So it's important to be as healthy and fit and as possible to mitigate the effects. A hurricane, a tornado, a flood, and you can be homeless or trapped and injured with no help. And it can happen in an instant. Trust me, I had no idea how quickly tornadoes can pop up. Not having, when I first moved out here to Tornado Alley, it was an eye-opening experience. So you need to be able to survive on your own for as long as necessary until help does arrive. And you know what? You need to be prepared to help your neighbors. That's a little bit lacking these days. So you do need to be prepared to help your neighbors. And that's why I address all of that. So while others may laugh at me and say I'm not really a true prepper, I laugh at them because I know that I am better prepared than most of them. So yes, Grandma is a prepper, and I came through the pandemic just fine because I was ready. And I'm hoping that this crisis will encourage others to join me. So what about you? Are you ready? Because being prepared changes everything.